Pete Hegseth working the spin room last night. Steve, is this true?
He was. I went to a focus group that we're going to see in a little while, and Pete went to the spin room, where the spin starts here.
It starts and it keeps going. You gave me some tips on what to do to plow my way through the spin room, but we were in there. It was intense. The gloves had been off inside, and it was clear that both camps wanted to hit the floor with their narrative, and this is what both sides had to say. We're here in the spin room right after the debate just ended. They shook hands at the end of the debate. Certainly didn't shake hands at the beginning, and there was a lot of feistiness in between. We're going to see who we can get from the Clinton and Trump camps to get reaction to this, well, gloves off debate. How do you feel?
I feel great. I thought that he was clear, he was concise, and he was thorough, and he didn't let anything slide at all.
For fans of Prime Minister's questions, how did tonight compare?
Oh, this was epic theatre. I mean, it really was. Even if the first quarter of an hour at times was a little bit excruciating.
The biggest takeaway tonight is that Donald Trump showed he's ready to be president and commander-in-chief on day one. He took the case right to Hillary Clinton, and he showed that she's easily rattled, which is not a great quality for a president or a commander-in-chief.
Does this turn the page for you guys?
It does, and it has been a tough week, but, you know, resilience is a quality for presidents also. You know, you have to be resilient and nimble. You don't know what's going to come your way when you're president of the United States, certainly as commander-in-chief.
Follow us. It's a little crowded in here today.
Donald Trump came in with his stunt at the beginning and
what stunt?
tried to his Facebook town hall, trying to kind of throw her off. He didn't do that. She came in with one clear mission, which was talk to those voters who were asking questions.
I think he tried to rattle her with a desperate, cheap tactic before the debate began, but it didn't work.
I don't think he did anything to help reassure those people that were troubled by the audio that surfaced on Friday. And then I think that some of these other steps that he took in the debate clearly backfired on him, showed his own lack of temperament, essentially made our argument for us about his lack of fitness to be president.
How do you feel like Mr. Trump handled the woman issue?
He apologized, and he said that he was ashamed about what he did, and that's much more than what Bill Clinton has ever done to any of us women and us victims.
How did I feel about that?
Watching Bill Clinton absorb what Donald Trump was saying.
I was hoping that he was listening, but I don't think he has. From the looks of him, he looks like the ghosts of his past are really catching up with him.
Miss Kennedy happens to be spinning, and she dropped her pen, her golden pen. It's why it's the secret, actually, to your power. People want to know, what does Tucker Carlson think?
Well, you sort of went into this thinking, you know, Trump has a lot to be ashamed about. His wife, his running mate, have both attacked him. And you left the debate thinking, you know, Hillary Clinton has a lot to be ashamed about. He dominated the terms of the debate, the conversation.
We are here with the great Monica Crowley. Monica, what's the takeaway tonight?
I think Donald Trump just reset the campaign tonight. You know, there's a saying, don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle. Well, I think we saw a miracle coming from Donald Trump tonight.
It was an interesting evening. You know, my first impression was the Trump supporters were eager and enthusiastic and ready to talk, and the Clinton supporters had mixed messages.
Could not get out of there fast enough.
Yeah, they didn't want to talk at all. It wasn't just the Fox News flag. It was the reality that, hey, we're not quite sure what this is going to look like. We were on defensive all night.
Sure.
See, Brian and I were wondering, when you walked into that spin room, did you go, I am entering the spin room?
That's exactly what I did with every interview.
You're right. I love it when people fill in for Bill O'Reilly and they have to do it.
Right.
It's really funny.
It's never the same.
I know, right?
Never the same. But just real quick, on the Hillary Clinton front, do you think her approach was, don't drop the ball, I don't need a win, all I need is to stay steady, because she feels she's won this thing already, play it safe? Do you think that could have been the reason?
Yeah, I think she was trying to play it safe and play policy, and instead he went on the offensive and went with his gut, and that gut resonates. You know, Benghazi, the emails, a lot of the issues that American people have been frustrated about, where they feel like there's a double standard. He spoke to it, and he spoke to it pretty powerfully, and she was rattled. There was no doubt, and even Clinton folks realized Trump set the agenda that night.
All right, Pete, thanks for going.
Thanks for sending me, guys.
You still spinning?
Spinning. I'm always spinning.
See you later.
Whatever that means.
I will see you in a little while.